Bryden Pottinger writes, Hi AMC, great show. My question is, in the upcoming Man of Steel 2 movie, I'm thrilled to see that Batman and Superman will be going up against each other, but we all know Batman has won in the comics. But in the movie universe, I don't see a mortal going up against an immortal. Well, wouldn't it be so simply for Superman to quickly go up behind Batman and kill him like Zod?
You raise a completely legitimate and fair point, my friend. Like, this is once again a great example of things that work in the comic book and things that work in a cartoon won't necessarily work in the real world, because we all know in a real world scenario, and everybody likes talking about, oh no, John, Batman is so smart. He's so smart. That'll even the scales. Look, now, Batman is really, really intelligent, but he's still a human being, and he still has human level intelligence. And it ain't going to overcome Superman. Like, in a fight between Batman and Superman, it's Superman does this and Batman dies. That's just the way it would work. So we've talked about this on the show before about they've got to come up with a device, some kind of plot device, whether it's kryptonite or whether it's something else. They need to come up with some kind of elemental device that balances the playing field between Batman and Superman. Now, clearly, they're not going to fight to the death, and by the end of that film, I'm sure they're going to be allies, even if they're uneasy allies. But they got to come up with something, because it doesn't matter how much you try to plead the case. No, John, you just don't understand how smart Batman is. No, I understand how smart Batman is. But Clark Kent is also from an advanced superior alien intelligence as well. He ain't no slouch when it comes to intelligence either, and he's basically a god. So having these guys fight is going to be tricky, and that's going to be the biggest, I think, the two big things in developing this new Superman movie with Batman. One is the casting of how you're going to cast Batman, but the other one is, can you come up with a plausible device that makes us as audiences in a live action film go, yeah, this is going to be a fair fight. If you can come up with that, more power to you, but that's going to be the hard part. Dennis, how do you see it?
Yeah, I mean, they have to use kryptonite. I mean, that's the thing, the equalizer. That's what's going to make Superman weak enough where Batman can fight him. So I think it's going to be a conjunction of kryptonite plus Batman with some sort of armored suit that will also help him fight. I think the first time that Batman encounters Superman in the movie, I'm speculating here, of course, is going to be at Bruce Wayne's, his planning. He's going to plan to meet with Superman, and he's going to have everything ready. And so at that point, then they're going to duke it out. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, just because Batman's not in this is in the Superman movie doesn't mean they're going to fight. They're going to fight. I mean, look at Avengers. You saw them before they teamed up. They had to fight because we all wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Who didn't want to see Thor fight Hulk? I mean, come on. So you're gonna see Batman versus Superman. If they don't do that, it's an opportunity wasted, in my opinion. So I think they're gonna level the playing field with kryptonite and something else. But I'm really looking forward to it.
And the other thing to point out too here is, of course, for those people who still insist, no, they're not going to fight in the movie. Look, there's a reason I think that Zack Snyder used that passage from The Dark Knight Returns, the comic book that, of course, is what we're talking about, where the passage that Bruce Wayne says as he's beating the crap out of Superman. There's a reason he used that passage to announce. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to follow the storyline of The Dark Knight Returns. Not at all. We know they're not, as a matter of fact. But between that and the press release that the Warner Brothers agent showed me that said, in 2015, the two most popular superheroes of all time face off. I mean, so it's obvious they're going to fight. And Dennis, you make a great point about the whole Marvel thing. Not only did they have them fight once, they had them fight twice. Once on the ground when they first all met, and then once up in the helicarrier. So they've had them fight because that's what we want to see. And I'm going to be shocked, absolutely shocked, if they don't give that to us. All right, folks.
I get giddy.
Well, yeah.
I get giddy thinking about Batman and Superman fighting. It's crazy.
Oh, me too. I get giddy. I completely get giddy.